On me, I went on that whole rant for nothing. Now I gotta go back and try and remember everything I fucking said about these mooks. Salute, Cuba. Where's the footage, Cuba? Where is the footage of Bobby Johnson whooping Jay with the belt? I'm still waiting to see the footage because all I seen was a black screen. And then all I saw was three mooks up on a panel talking shit. No action. And that's all they do. That's all they do every day, all day. They say this about this, they say that about this, and then they flip flop, and then they hold each other's dicks in their hands. They play with each other's nuts. Um, it's getting ridiculous, man. I want to see the footage. I want to see what's happening instead of all this hearsay. Right, Cuba. All they do is flip flop. 1 minute they're friends, next minute they're going at each other. Now all three of them are back together. You got Sean, Bobby, and Wax Dog all on the same team now again. It's like, wow. And then they sit up there and make stories up, and people run with it like just freshy. Yeah, bullshit talk, exactly. And then you got just freshy acting like a cheerleader in the comments everywhere. It's dumb. It's nonsense. But hey, this is what YouTube is, right? Entertainment, popcorn, movie theaters, right? But yeah, what do you think of all this smoke? Is it smoky up in New York today? Look at Pennsylvania right now. See all the smoke in the background? Look at the ridge. That's the ridge in the background. You can barely see the ridge. I shouldn't even be outside in this shit, but I am. Like, come on. There's a lot more worse things that are gonna kill us than smoke. But it must have been a pretty bad wildfire up in Canada, though, for all this smoke like this. Yeah, you don't see it? It looks like it's hazy out. Over them barns, that's a ridge. See, I live in between two valleys. You can see all the smoke over there. There. You can tell the difference. There it's more clear. There it's hazy again. It's bad. I mean, a couple of years ago, back in 2021, we got this from like Oregon fires, but it wasn't this bad. I mean, you can actually smell the wildfire in the air. You can smell it. It's crazy. But yeah, this is where the Beaver Fair is held. That up there is the tractor pulls. That's where they have the tractor pulls up there. That's where they have the farm animals. Over there they have crafts. And then over in that open field there, they have, rides and games. It's not set up right now. It comes in September. So it's right around the corner. Here's where you get good pork sandwiches when the fair is going on. Roast pork. And then they have crafts and exhibits in that building. Oh, that's locked. Ew. That's like orange. Nope, that don't work. But yeah, I just thought it was a clown fest earlier on Sean Prince's panel. What's up back here? Oh, okay. Okay. Huh. Let's go up and walk the tractor pull track to see that. But yeah, the place where I go for a bike ride at, I gotta avoid that for a little bit because last week I went for a bike ride and one of the neighbors on that back road that I go said that there's 3 bears that she saw. The one day she saw a mama bear and 2 cubs, and then a couple days later she saw another big bear without cubs. So I can't go that way no more. I'm not about ready to get eaten by a fucking black bear. So I gotta find another place to ride in town here. I can't wait until September. See how good this track looks. Because believe it or not, they do come up here and do work on this track. Because they gotta make sure it's prepped and everything, that way it's ready for the fair. But lately they haven't been, I can tell that. Look at that, it's all grassy. They need a new building there too. Look at that shack. Looks like it's fallen over. That's where they do the announcements, in that building. That there's the weigh station for the tractors. They go across that weight thing, like at garbage places. The scales. $1993. Adams. Huh. There's the football field. We didn't used to have that football field back when I was in school. It was just a soccer field. We never had a football team. Which, they just got a football team back in, I graduated in 99. I want to say 2002. They came out with a football team. Which I wish they would have had a football team when I was in high school. Because I would have played football. But hey, it is what it is. At least I wrestled. Played soccer for AYSL. Played football around town, that's about it. Flag football, tackle football. I love football. Look at the bleachers, they need replaced too. They are not taking care of this fairgrounds, are they? Look at the seats. They need replaced. Some of these seats are junk. Wow. And I know how to clean tombstones now. Remember about a month ago I was saying about cleaning tombstones? I know what to do now. You use this D2 solution and water. And then you take a soft brush And that's how you get the mold and that dirt off the tombstones. And I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to get a hold of the correct people at the graveyard, and I'm going to clean some of them tombstones up for the veterans. That is wild lettuce, I think. I'm pretty sure that's wild lettuce. They have them prickly, maybe not. No, it don't feel like it. It has them scratchy things on the back. I don't think that's it. It's probably poison. Is that wild lettuce? John boy, you watching? Is this wild lettuce or not? Probably not. It looks like it. The leaves look like it, but I don't think it is. What was that? I don't know what kind of bug that was. But yeah, Sean's always talking shit. Sean Prince, he's always talking shit on everybody. But he never backs nothing up. You don't see him going outside and getting in a scrap. You just see him talking heavy on the internet. That's all he does. You see artists going out and holding his own. You see Jersey J going out holding his own. But you don't see Sean Prince doing that. All we see is Bobby Johnson running away. And Wax Dawg, all he does is being the cheerleader for the rest of them. Trying to get the whole audience to go with them. When most of the audience knows that it's bullshit. They know it. They know it's fake. I was never back here. I never knew this shit was back here. Back when I was in school, my ag teacher brought us back in the woods over that way. And he was teaching us about trees, about the different kinds of trees like red oak, white oak, pine, maple. Do you think I remember that now? Not really. Like that tree there, I couldn't even tell you what kind of tree that is. I'm gonna say maple. If I'm wrong, correct me. And who else? Oh, I wanted to say something else too to somebody. Who the fuck was that? Not big trees. He's a flip-flopping ass. Fuck. I must be burnt the fuck out, dude. Because I'm forgetting shit more and more. Maybe I need to lay off the weed. Look at all these solar panels. Look at all this. It's a solar farm. See that? It's a big, huge solar farm. I mean, it just goes and goes and goes. Like, we need that many solar panels for that fucking school. There's an old farm mall. Oh, that old farm mall. Old tractor tires. Years ago, when I was little, back around when I was 10 years old, maybe 12. My one friend that passed away here about 3 months ago, he lived up this road. He actually lived right behind these trees. But me and him used to walk back in that field there, and there was a little island. Maybe someday I'll take you back again. But there's a little island in there, and we were building a tree fort back there. I miss doing shit like that. I should start going camping, doing stealth camping. I need to start doing something. I just put in 2 applications yesterday. I'm still looking for a job. Put in 2 applications. One for a thrift store. I'll take anything right now. One for a thrift store and one for a pallet place. So wish me luck on that. I was gonna do DoorDash, but the way gas prices are right now, I would have to go 35, 40 miles from where I live just to get a decent delivery orders, you know what I mean? Because around here, they don't do it too much. So I would have to go either up to Lewistown, which is 35 minutes away, or Selinsgrove area. And to me, it's just not worth it, the way gas prices are. So that's why I'm trying to get something better. I hear birds. Listen. Looks like a jungle back here, don't it? I wonder if there's a bear in here at all. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it was in these woods. My ag teacher would bring us back in these woods here, and he would teach us the different trees. Like I said, that was, oh my God, 15 years ago, 10 years, no, yeah, 15 years ago. Like I said, I don't remember what trees are what. We do got some nice trees around here, though. Wait, is that a fence? Yeah. What the hell does that go to? I hear a frog. I don't feel like going down in mud again. Remember when I was on vacation, I walked in that cornfield and my foot went down in that mud hole? Should I take a chance and walk down here? Look at that, that's all rotted. Let's take a little hike through here. Oh, there goes my hat. Man, that's an old beer can. Miller's Life. Old Pepsi can too, look at that. Look at that old Pepsi can. That's an old Diet Pepsi can, huh? Oh my God, my hat. It's over there. Old tuna cans. The fucking dump back in here. Old oil bottle. Don't ask me what I'm doing back here. I'm just taking a walk. Watch me get bit. Watch me get bit by a snake. Want to watch me get bit by a snake? Huh. This is that fence. The fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Huh. I don't know what that is. How far back does this go? Oh, it's a bridge. Yeah. It's a fucking bridge. I thought it was a gate. Here, it's a bridge. Look at that. It's a fucking bridge. Where does that bridge go to? It doesn't look sturdy, does it? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know where it goes to. Don't look sturdy, so I'm not going across it. There's some old cinder blocks that has mold on it, and algae, and a whole bunch of different shit. Ugh. Okay, let me get back out. Taking you on an adventure, huh? Taking you guys on an adventure. Something that Sean Prince and them don't do. They just go to the park and work out. I mean, that's good, working out, yeah. Hats off to them. But they don't do nothing adventurous like this. They don't take us through woods. They just get up on the panel and talk shit and try and gaslight situations. That's all they're good for, is gaslighting things. And Brooklyn Crook's another idiot. Always has something slick to say. You just think because you're a vet, people need to respect you? Well, guess what? I respect vets. But certain motherfuckers I don't respect. Ones that don't give respect, I'm not giving you respect either. You try and run your fucking stupid, idiotic bullshit on people, and you try and act like you're better than everybody and putting everybody else down like people that don't got money. Let me tell you something. People that don't got money have more heart than you ever would, Brooklyn Crook. Your heart, you don't have no heart. You're just a sad old grandpa. You just like to talk out the side of your mouth about this person and that person. You like to put yourself in people's beefs when you don't even need to be in that. Like I said, Jersey J is his own man. He can defend himself. I'm just calling out the bullshit because I don't see no footage. I'm just waiting for Jersey J to show us the real footage of Bobby Johnson running away. That's all I'm doing. I'm just waiting for the real footage to come out. Because like I said in the beginning, all the footage that we've seen is a black screen on Bobby's end. But yet he's coming out with all these stories. Oh, I whipped Jay with the belt. I whipped him with the rope. I whipped him with this. I took his phone and this. Really? Really? Then show it. It shouldn't be hard to show if you have it. That's why I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the lies. Like I said, we'll see when Jersey Jay, when he plans on releasing some of the footage. Because we know Jersey Jay records everything. Or maybe somebody might have been with them. Maybe he recorded it. You never know. But that would be a smart move, because we all know how they lie. We all know, not Jersey Jay, but we all know how Bobby Johnson likes to add things to it. Just like when Artie got ran up on, he added things to it. Bop, 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 you know? But at least Artie stood there and threw a couple of hands before he ran away. At least he did that. So salute to Artis for doing that. And at least Artis showed up and fought Roski, even though it was a boxing match with headgear. Hey, at least he showed up both times. So hats off to Artis. Bobby Johnson, do better. Sean Prince, you need to do better as well. Instead of running with things before the actual footage come out, maybe sit back and wait. You know, sit back and wait and watch. Because how many times have people agreed with other people and then it came out, oh, they lied. Then you're going to be looking like a fool because you ran with all the bullshit. You like looking like a fool, don't you? And the reason why I'm not worried about talking shit on Sean Prince is because just a couple months ago, he was talking shit on us. Remember the crackers, Sean Prince? Remember Velo's a cracker, all white people are crackers. Remember that, Sean Prince? Remember, you hate all the crackers. Remember that. So, miss me with all that bullshit. I'm going to make a show and talk about it. Who the bullshitter. Cool. I'll be there, Cuba. You definitely know I'll be there. And also, go to... I've been following crime community. And there's Alex, which is Criminal Network. There's JLR Investigates, there's Ted Investigates, and there's 857 Tucson. All of them have been going to Nancy Guthrie's, okay? Well, about 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, Alex, 857, and the Juice got citations for misdemeanor, for public nuisance, and for other stuff too. Having a P tent. But supposedly, allegedly, Alex Criminal Network is going back to Nancy's tonight. So make sure you tune into Criminal Network. He'll be live around 9 o'clock our time, 7 o'clock Arizona time. And bring your popcorn, because he might be getting arrested again. Because they were told not to go back out to that area. But we do have First Amendment. We do have a right to record anywhere. But what you don't have a right to is to be a public nuisance. What you don't have a right to is to bring a machete with up by an 82-year-old neighbor that lives up by Nancy Guthrie. That you don't have a right. Yeah, you can record out there, but bringing machetes, that's a no-go. Stalking the one neighbor, allegedly, that's a no-go. So, yeah, 9 o'clock, I'll be tuning into Criminal Network, seeing if he gets arrested yet again for being dumb. He should just stay away until everything settles down. Because this whole Nancy Guthrie case, in the beginning, I was skeptical about it. I thought it was all fake. But then I started believing, okay, maybe it is real. Maybe she did get, kidnapped or whatever. But for it to be a ransom thing, I don't buy that. Now, a hit for hire, I could see that. Because Tucson, Arizona has a lot of druggies. Tucson, Arizona has a lot of crime. A lot of homelessness. So I could see it being a hit for hire, allegedly. They still haven't came out with any new details. Only with the ones that we have now. That's the only details that we have. That there was a porch guy, that there was blood on the porch, and that she's missing. That's the only couple details that we know. Oh, there was a white car, a white Tesla, or a white vehicle that maybe could have been part of the perp. I don't know. It's a crazy case. It's starting to die out, I think. And Alex lost his monetization. And I think he's going back out to Nancy's, in my opinion, to get more clicks and views because he's demonetized. They don't, in my opinion, allegedly, they don't care about Nancy. They just care about making money off of her name. But what do I know? I've only been following the case for 4 months. Alright, I'm going to get off this live because I'm going to go home and enjoy my night. Peace out.